Welcome to Sun Life Stadium in Fort Lauderdale, site of the Orange Bowl and one of the national semifinal playoff games on Thursday. Here today it was media day for Clemson and Oklahoma. The two teams got together with the media for about an hour each, answering a ton of questions, some serious, some not so serious, but a good time was had by all. A lot of respect both ways from the players and coaches I had a chance to listen to. Dabo Swinney said his efforts this week were to keep this week as normal as possible, though he realizes it's anything but a normal week. But they tried to keep to their routine, and like today would be Thursday on Clemson's football schedule, so they do the things today that they would normally do on the Thursday, and so on. But he's just trying to keep his team focused and following the philosophy that he has preached the entire season. One game at a time, one series at a time, and that's paid off for the Tigers, of course, with 13 consecutive victories. Now, this Oklahoma team feels like it has to prove something to Clemson after what the Tigers did to them last year in Orlando at the Champs Sports Bowl. The Tigers blew out the Sooners 40-6, and Sterling Shepard, their outstanding receiver, told us that, yes, that is something that motivates the Oklahoma team. In fact, he said they have looked at the film of that game throughout the season for motivational purposes, and no doubt they've looked at it this week and will continue to look at it to get themselves ready for Thursday night. Baker Mayfield, Oklahoma's outstanding quarterback, has a lot of respect for the Clemson defense, calls them one of the best defenses they have faced this year. He would not say they were the absolute best, but he did say they were one of the best that they have faced. He said, of course, their athleticism and their speed is what kind of sets them apart. But he also said, you know, you're 13-0, and you're ranked number one in the country as Clemson is, so you've got to have some great players over there, and he respects them for that. Clemson defensive end Shaq Lawson feels like Clemson has the better defense. In fact, he said he did not think that Eric Stryker, the outstanding All-American linebacker defensive end for Oklahoma, could start on Clemson's defense. Now, he's standing up for his buddies, and he might have been kind of joking there, but he said it on the record, and he did not mince any words or back away from that statement. He believes in his defense, and he's very confident in what they can do. Had a chance to talk with Clemson co-offensive coordinator Jeff Scott as well, and he feels like they've had a good preparation for this game. They'll have a very good game plan as well. The residual effect from being in this situation relating to recruiting, he said, has been outstanding. He said there have been players, at least one, maybe more, that Clemson has gotten involved with simply because they're in the position to possibly play for the national championship. The exposure has been immense from that standpoint and has really been a bonus in their recruiting. As you can see, work is continuing here at the stadium as they get it prepared for Thursday. It's another warm, humid day in Fort Lauderdale. It's a little windy as I stand out here in the stadium up on the middle level of the stadium. And come Thursday afternoon, I tell you something else that could be a factor, and that is the weather, because it should be warm. I'm not going to say hot, but it should be warm and it should be humid, and that could affect these players who are not used to playing in this kind of temperature and this kind of humidity in December. So conditioning, fatigue, and depth certainly could be a factor in this game on Thursday. That'll do it for now from here at Sun Life Stadium. More tonight, of course, on Sports Talk. Tomorrow, the head coaches have their final media session in the morning. We'll have that covered for you as well. Phil Kornblut from Fort Lauderdale.